day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once more to Wafu TV. If this is your first time watching us, this is the platform where we demystify, exemplify, and simplify elementary mathematics for your understanding. If you've missed our lessons, you can go to Wafu TV, Wafu Academies, and you are going to find all our past lessons. Last time, we talked about addition and subtraction of decimals. And we promised you that today we're going to take something new. And of course, that is multiplication of decimals. So today we'll be handling multiplication of decimals. At the end of our lesson for today, you should be able to multiply decimals by decimals as well as multiply decimals by powers of 10. What do we do so that we can easily multiply as far as decimals are concerned? The first thing to take note of is that to multiply decimals, take note of the decimal point and the number of decimal places. That is to say, wherever you have to multiply decimals, you should be able to know where the decimal point is as well as to know the number of decimal places in the number. Without waste of time, let's go into the practical so that you can understand how to better solve problems involving multiplication of decimals. Our first problem on the board is 0.2 times 0.3. As we have mentioned earlier, what you have to do as far as this is concerned is to count the number of decimal places, and here we have 1 and 2, so there are 2 decimal places. Once you take note of this, you can multiply the number normally as there were whole numbers. And to take whole numbers out of this, you take only the significant figures. So this 0 is taken off, this one is taken off, and we have 2 multiplied by 3, which will give us 6. This is not our answer because we have 2 decimal places. And to count the number of decimal places in our answer, we count from right to left. So it is going to be 1 and 2. And where there is nothing, we fix a 0, and where the arrow is pointing, we have fixed our decimal point. So our final answer will be 0.06. Now let's look at example 2. 12.345 times 67.4. First, you count the number of decimal places. These are figures that appear after the decimal point. So here we have 4, and here we have 3, 4, and 5. We count them all together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 decimal places. Take note of this because in our final answer we have to use this number of decimal places. Now we go into normal multiplication. We consider all this as whole numbers. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 multiplied by 6, 7, and 4. You have to pay close attention because we are multiplying by 3-digit numbers. 4 times 5 is 20. You write 0 and carry 2. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 2 is 18. 8 and carry 1. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1, 13. 3 and carry 1. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. 1 times 4, 4. We move to the next, which is 7. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 and carry 3. 4 times 7 is 28. 28 plus 3 is 31. You write 1 and carry 3. 3 times 7 is 21, and 21 plus 3 is 24. 4 and carry 2. 2 times 7 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16. You write 6 and carry 1 over here. 1 times 7 is 7 plus 1, 8. We are done with 7. Now we multiply by 6. 6 times 5, 30. This will be 0 and carry 3 over. 4 times 6 is 24, and 24 plus 3 is 27. So we write our 7 here and carry 2. 3 times 6 is 18. 18 plus 2 is 20. 0 and carry 2 over. 2 times 6 is 12, and 12 plus 2 is 14. 4 and carry 1. 1 times 6 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Write 7 out here. At this point in time, we are adding. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0 here. 8 plus 5 plus 0 is 13. 3 and carry 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 1, 5. You come over. 9 plus 4, 13. And 13 plus 7 is 20. 0 and carry 2. 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 6, 12. Plus 0 remains 12. So we write 2 and carry 1. 1 plus 8 is 9, and 9 plus 4 is 13. This will be 3, remember 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. So answer will be, first you count the number of decimal places which we had, and we had 4 decimal places. So we count from right to left 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as our decimal point will be fixed here, and the final answer will be 832.053. You can add this 0 or you can leave it. The answer will still be correct. So this is our final answer as far as this is concerned. If this is understood, then we can move to multiplication by powers of 10. Multiplying by powers of 10 simply means multiplying decimal numbers by 10, 100, 1,000, and the rules are very simple. The first one says when multiplying by 10, move the decimal point 1 place to the right. For instance, 1.6 times 10 means we move this decimal point from where it is 1 time to the right hand side, and that means we're going to move it from here 1 time and it will come right in front of 6. So the answer will be 16, and the decimal point is here. And since there is no other number, we can consider 16 as our answer. Let's look at the second example. 1.89 times 10. We've said the decimal point should be shifted 1 time to the right, so it comes between 8 and 9, and the answer will be 18.9. So this is what you do if you are asked to multiply by 10. Let's look at how to multiply by 100. Just like example 1 here, or multiplying by 10, when multiplying by 100, move the decimal point 2 places to the right. Instead of 1 time as when multiplying by 10, we move it 2 places to the right because we are multiplying by 100. From where you have this decimal point, we are going to shift it 1, 2, and the decimal point will now be in between 3 and 1. So the answer here will be 2763.1. Let's go to the second example. This is the second example. It may be a little tricky, so look at it. 54.2 times 100. Remember, we are supposed to move the decimal point 2 places to the right, and here we have only 1 decimal place, so we move it 1, 2, and the decimal point is here, but there is an empty space here. So take note, if there is an empty space, you affix a 0 there, and your answer will be 5, 4, 2, and the 0 before the decimal point, 5,420. We cannot leave it at this level. We should be able to multiply by 1,000. From our previous examples, you can already understand the trend. That is, when multiplying by 1,000, move the decimal point 3 places to the right. So in our first example here, it says 6.89001 times 1,000. Here we are going to move the decimal point to the right. 1, 2, 3. So the decimal point will relocate between 0 and 0. And our answer will be 6,890.01. The next one, 3.5 times 1,000. This simply means we move the decimal point from here 1, 2, 3 times, and the decimal point becomes here. So we have 2 spaces. That is 3, 5. 2 spaces will fill with zeros, and you can fix your decimal point or you can allow it as a whole number. So this is what you have to do if you're asked to multiply by power of 10, 100, 1,000, or to multiply decimals by decimals. You should be able to count the number of decimal places and multiply normally, then fix your decimal point after counting the number of decimal places in your answer. This is what we had for you today, and we believe you've learned a lot. And if you did, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and encourage others to watch so that our learners can be encouraged to learn mathematics, science, and technology. See you in our next lesson, where we'll be talking about division of decimals. Ciao.